Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do another tutorial series about joint variations, and this is done by request by my friend. And today, this is for his or her classmates, and yeah, and this is actually a grade 9 lesson in the Philippine curriculum. And yeah, we're going to discuss this. So basically, the joint variations is something like this. So we have z is equal to k times x times y. Now, would you ask me what is the meaning of that? So basically it means that z is okay. Just wait. I'm going to activate my pen. So basically, z is directly proportional to x and y. So you would ask me what is the meaning of that? So basically, let's say if z increases, it means x and y also increases. If z decreases, it means x and y also decreases. So basically, the it is just like a domino effect. Yeah, so that is why it is called joint, because whenever happens to that variable, the same thing will happen to the variables around it. It is something like that. So here, notice that there's no k. K is actually stands for the constant. So this is the brief explanation. What's the meaning of joint variation? So let's go to some examples. Okay, so here, so a varies directly as the square of x and the cube of y. Okay, let us zoom in. Okay, so what this means? So I mean, let's try to convert this English sentence to a mathematical equation. So it means that a is directly proportional to the square of x and the cube of y. But this is not yet the final answer, since we are just to make sure whenever this is a joint variation. So we already know that this is already directly proportional, and it says here varies directly. So it so this implies that a is just k. Always remember, you should include k, because if you don't include k, then the whole equation will not be true, because k is the constant. The role of the constant is just to make the equation true. So a is equal to k times the square of x times the cube of y. So this is our mathematical equation. So let us have another one. D is directly proportional to the product of 1/3 of x and 1/2 of g. Okay, so the same thing, the same technique applies just like number one. And today this time it says here it's directly proportional, but it's just the same as varies directly. Okay, so do not be confused. So when we say by directly proportional, this just implies that this is a joint variation. So D is just k. Always remember, always include k. That's one thing. Times the 1/3 of x and the one half of g, or half of g. So simplify. So we have 1/3 times 1/2 times k times x times g. 1/3 times 1/2, you just multiply the denominator. So we have 1/6 times the constant times x times g. So this is our d. Simple? Yeah, it's just simple. You just need to analyze the sentence itself, and you need to understand the keywords. Like for example, directly proportional. What does it mean? It means it is a joint variation, and it also means that whatever happens to d, it also happens to x and g. Like if d increases, this implies that the 1/3 of x and 1/2 of g must increases. The same thought when D decreases. So let us move on to the last example. So number 3, C varies jointly as y and the square of the difference of m and n. So this is quite hard. So, but don't worry, it's not really that hard, but somehow the intensity here is already increasing. So, this means that C is directly proportional to Y, and the square, okay, the square of the difference of M and N, okay? Remember your grade 7 classes when you interpret English sentences so that you can convert it into mathematical equations. Okay, so this implies that C is just K, or remember the constant, times Y times M minus N squared. So this is our final answer. Okay, so I think already understand these examples. Let us go to problem solving. Okay, here. Okay, this is for later, but let's see. Word problems. Okay, example number 1. The number of employees Z in a company varies jointly. Let us underline that. So I will teach you a technique. So let us underline the varies jointly. So let us underline also the variables. As the number, okay, this means number of the office trays X. Okay. Okay, I think I have a highlighter here. That would be great. Okay. And trash bins Y. Oh, okay, it's not appropriate. Here we go. When there were 90 employees, there were 30 office trays and 6 trash bins. Find the number of employees if the office trays increase to 42 and the trash bins to 11. Okay. So first let us make the table of values so that we can clearly see the whole scenario. So okay, where is my tool here? Oh no, this is not what I mean. Okay, let's make this. Okay, so basically, number of employees, blah blah blah. So basically, X here. Okay, let me. In this case, we have X equals 30 because these are the number of office trays, and we have another scenario that, okay, let's say X sub 1 and X sub 2. Okay, so that we can distinguish, and we should find X sub 2. We must find X sub 2 because okay, 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 sorry about that. I have a a wrong way of thought, but it's fine. Okay, so it says here the number of trays increased to 42, so X sub 2 must be 42, and it says here the number of employees must be the number of employees here is 90. Here, if X sub 1 is, if X is 30, and we need to find X sub 2. And here finally Y, where's Y here? Y is 6 here if the number of employees is 30, and the trash bins here in the second part is equal to 11. Now we are asked to find Z sub 2. So how do we do that? So first we're going to use these values to find this this Z sub 2. But how? So first we need to make an equation, and that, so it says here number of employees Z in a company varies jointly as the number of office trays X and the trash bins Y. So Z is just obviously this is a joint variation problem, and that is Z is equal to K times X and Y. So basically, we need to find k, obviously. So it says here, z here is 90, and equals k times 30 times 6. Okay, so divide both sides by 30 and 6. And it's just k. Um, so we're going to cancel it. And 90 divided by 30, that is 3. 3 over 6. Obviously, that is equal to 1/2. So that is our constant. Next. Okay. I'm going to erase this right now. Okay, so since we already have k, we can actually find z sub 2. And we know that z is just k times x and y. Just recall the equation. And we have k as 1/2, and x is 42 times 11. That is y. Okay. So 42 divided 4 times 1/2. Obviously that is 21. Just use your calculator. Times 11. So 21 times 11. So you have 1, 3, 2. So you have 231 employees. Yeah. Excuse me. Okay. I want you to try this one. Okay, you can screenshot it if you want to. And also try these problems. Okay, this is your practice problems at home. So this is for our episode of our tutorial series. Sorry if I have some somehow in the middle of the video I have wrong thoughts, but it's fine. Because people make mistakes, but the important thing is you learn something from our video today. And thanks for watching, and subscribe now to my channel for more math content. Thank you very much.